We're not
source.
honoring it.
Right.
So we want
I'm going to
primary
show.
sources.
I'm going to show a slave ship, a particular slave ship called the Albion. Okay.
How are you showing it? You showing it through the lens of what?
Let's see here. Hold on 1 second, please. It's called immigrantships.net. I'm going to show you the ship on slave voyages. And then I'm going to show you the same ship on Albion. I mean, on immigrantships.net. And I'm going to show you that it's the same. They departed out of Liverpool. To disprove something, I have to show a reasonable source. So if Slave Voyager says that it's a slave ship, then I go to another source and it says that it was used as an immigrant ship, and of YT, by the way. And I can show you the slave. I mean, I can show you the immigrant manifest. Don't you think that that's kind of reasonable?
Yeah, we waiting for
No, that doesn't disprove. You know why? Because I give the example of long haul truckers today, right? So going one direction, they might be hauling one thing, and the rig is outfitted for this one particular thing. Going back, it might be hauling something else and outfitted to haul a totally different thing, and so on and so forth. This can be configured to be hauling everything. So when we're talking about vessels themselves, because I'm also looking at this ship that you're talking about, it is listed as a cargo ship, right? Which means when it's carrying one particular thing, it's outfitted for that particular thing, and then it can be outfitted for another. So if you show a source from slave voyages saying that it hauled slaves, that's true. If you show another source from immigrants.net that said that it hauled immigrants, that's also true, because they can be outfitted to carry multiple things. It probably carried at one point nothing but barrels of rum and cattle and livestock. But that doesn't refute the fact that it also carried slaves.
And I want to say this to y'all. Primary source for various ships named Albion noted. Okay, so it's not one ship that we have named Albion, so that's why we do primary sources, so we don't get confused. Right here,
right?
1898.
But what is the coincidence that the ship departs from Liverpool, England?
Be quiet. Be quiet. You're not presenting. HMS Albion, 1898. This right here, guys, is a what? Okay, the vessel is well documented due to its active service and tragic accident. Right, but we're not stopping here. We're starting here. So right now is the time where you take over and you tell us about pushback against this transatlantic slave trade with a primary source, because we want to see an alternative history that exists other than what I've seen. All right, I know we got some KP been waiting for a while. Let me put you on the screen.
All right, yeah. So on immigrantships.net, this is the ship you're talking about, the Albion, right? Embarked from the port of Hull, March 14th, 1774. That's the one you're talking about, right?
The one I'm talking about.
All right, so I'm not sure. Like they were just saying, though, there are a lot of different ships that could have the same name. I figured anybody would logically think that could be the case. So I'm not sure what made you connect this ship to the ship that they were talking about in slavevoyages.org, but I'm gonna show you something that might be more.
The connection is Liverpool.
Hold on, wait, real quick. I'm about to show you something. I'm about to show you something real quick. I'm about to show you where the Albion ship that more than likely they were referencing, if they didn't have multiple of them on there, one of the ones they may have been referencing, right? This is from Slave Ships Enslaving by
in 1774.
These are two different ships, dude. These are two different ships. I was about to tell you that. There's two ships made in.
This is the same damn ship.
It's not. That's why there's 100 years.
This ain't no damn slave ship. These are they.
All right,
One is
he
a
not gonna
slave
let me read
ship.
it, so I'm gonna just show it. Y'all can see it.
Shipping
Yeah, yeah.
white
I ain't gonna
people.
do it this
They
way.
were shipping white
There are two different
Drop
ships.
them, do whatever.
feces, disease that'll wipe not only the slaves, so-called slaves, but the crew too. Get real, man.
So real quick, so you saying that there's no way for a person to make it across the sea on one of the for people to make it across the sea on those ships?
Impossible to make it across the sea on your backs as a slave, in shackles, below deck, side by side, on top of each other, in iron shackles.
So none of them came up for water. None of them was able to move at all in any way, shape, or form. Or not water, air. None of them came up for nothing at all.
There's no way.
All right, so I'm gonna need you. All right, real quick. Okay, real quick. I'm gonna need you to just show me that, because I think there's just some narratives from people who were taken from Africa to other places where the way they described their experience on the boat, it was not great at all. It was very, very, very terrible. But I don't think it was described in the exact manner that you're describing it. But I do want to say something about the Albion shit, because either you didn't really look at it too much, or you just came up here being facetious, right? So real quick. Okay, real quick. So if you did, we're just gonna respond to it, right? Albion. This is from immigrantships.net, where you wanted us to look at March 7th, 1774. It came from Hull, England, not Liverpool first. Hull, England. So now when you go to slavevoyages.org, in that time, around the time period of the 1700s, let me zoom in on this page for y'all too. Ooh, too much. When you look real quick, yeah. Start with the first Albion, 1776. Right. Place where the voyage began was London. Liverpool was 1776 as well. But remember, 1774, where that ship was Hull, England. It wasn't in Liverpool yet. So we can't say that, and it's not the same year either, right?
Have to be.
No. Be quiet, please. Again, then we got 1788 from Liverpool. But again, that was 1744 in Liverpool, and they only show you two voyages for that particular ship. One in 1774, and we're gonna show you all the other one in a second, right? So now that we passed 1774, let's look at the other one. The other one was
Hey, do you got something on the
February
screen,
7th.
KP?
Yeah, what, you can't see my screen? Y'all can see my screen?
No.
Nobody can see my screen?
Yeah, we can see it.
Oh, shit, I'm tripping. I don't have it.
All right. So the next one is 1820, February 7th, from Liverpool, right? So then we go back to slavevoyages.org and we look through, right? You're not going to see one Albion ship for the year 1820. That's first of all. You're not going to see it. The last one you do see, which is called Asombro a Albion 1849, it doesn't tell us where it came from, right? You do have one in 1793 from Bristol, one in 1791 from Bristol, and one in 1789 from Liverpool, not 1820. So what are you using to determine that these are the same ships? Like, they're not coming from the same places at the same time period. This only has two ships, even on slavevoyages.org. All these ain't the same ships.
Okay. The ship Albion. Okay. That ship, it says in the website that I just showed you, immigrants.net. Okay, the ship was an immigrant ship. Okay, and it shows you the manifest of the immigrants that were on board and the reasoning why they were traveling to the U.S., which was a lot of times you could see in the manifest for a better life, or they're trying to flee slavery, or whatever.
That's not what I asked you, though. That's not what I asked you.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna ask
I'm
my
just
hold on. No,
telling.
let me ask my question again. Let me ask my question again because I asked you a very specific question, right? And everything else you want to go ramble about, you can ramble about. But I'm asking you a very specific question that I need you to answer for me, right? Now, wait a second. If I just showed you that on immigrantship.net, they say one Albion ship, the Albion ship was in 1774. The next time that ship was used was in 1820. Those are the only two voyages that immigrantship.net has for this ship. Slavevoyages.org has a bunch of Albion ships, none of which embarked from the same places as the one on immigrantship.net or even in the same years. Not one slavevoyages.org ship named Albion went anywhere in the year 1774. The first time it went anywhere was 1776. In the year 1820, you don't have anything for a ship named Albion either. You actually don't have anything from 1793 until 1849 with the Asembro a Albion ship. There's a whole gap. So that 1820 Albion ship that you're talking about from immigrantship.net logically is not the same ship. They didn't embark from the same places during the same years and weren't even used during the same years ever. So they're logically not the same ship. So how are you determining that they are the same ship with so much information pointing to them not being the same ship?
Okay. For one thing, they are
that they are the same ship with so much information pointing to them not being the same ship.
okay. For one thing, they are the same ship.
Why
Okay?
are they the same ship?
Used for immigrant purposes. All right. The
Why are
immigration
they the
purposes
same
of the
ship?
white tea. The white
Why
tea was
are they
brought
the same?
here.
Wait,
The
wait.
white tea were the slaves. We were not the slaves. The white tea was fleeing slavery.
Why are they the same ship?
Just put it on the screen.
Same ship.
Listen. I need you to hear me. Hear me out. Love it east. You don't even gotta explain. Just show it. At this point, you did the research. You wouldn't come up here and lie. It was YT people on those ships. YT immigrants are the real slaves. That's what your argument is, okay? Which means you can show that, especially from a primary source level. You wouldn't come up here and lie. You're thoroughly honest. All of your side is honest. So that's perfect. So right now, just go on the screen and show us where to find it. We'll pull it up. We'll do that courtesy for you. Where do we find this information that specifically says these are the same ships and these are YT people who are the real labor force, right? Not the hidden labor. They're the hidden labor force that nobody wants to talk about. The YT people are the real slaves of the plantation South. That's what you're arguing, not Negroes, right? And you wouldn't lie about that, so that's where you can expose it.
Okay. All right.
So
I'll show you the best way that I can. Okay, I'll try to fill in the tremendous gaps. Okay, somebody's lying. Okay, either black people were the slaves, or either the white people were the slaves. And I showed you a 1790.
I'll play along with you. YT people were the slaves. Perfect. Now, if I want to believe you right now, don't come off your mic. Just put it on the screen.
Same ship.
Listen. I need you to hear me. Hear me out. Love it east. You don't even gotta explain. Just show it. At this point, you did the research. You wouldn't come up here and lie. It was YT people on those ships. YT immigrants are the real slaves. That's what your argument is, okay? Which means you can show that, especially from a primary source level. You wouldn't come up here and lie. You're thoroughly honest. All of your side is honest. So that's perfect. So right now, just go on the screen and show us where to find it. We'll pull it up. We'll do that courtesy for you. Where do we find this information that specifically says these are the same ships and these are YT people who are the real labor force, right? Not the hidden labor. They're the hidden labor force that nobody wants to talk about. The YT people are the real slaves of the plantation South. That's what you're arguing, not Negroes, right? And you wouldn't lie about that, so that's where you can expose it.
Okay. All right. I'll show you the best way that I can. Okay, I'll try to fill in the tremendous gaps. Okay, somebody's lying. Okay, either black people were the slaves, or either the white people were the slaves. And I showed you a
Say about the 1790 census again too. I ain't hear what you said.
I'm about to show you. I'm about to show you. Okay, on this document, here you have the category free white males. Okay, of 16 years and upwards, including heads of families. Okay, and then you have the various numbers of that embarked to these locations. Vermont, 22,435, so forth and so on. You have category number 2. Let's see. Category number 2, free white males under 16 years. Keep your eye on free. Then you have free white females. Free white females, including heads of families. Then you have all other free persons. Okay. I guess the stallaways, those that just, embarked. Then you have, what does that say right there, ladies and gentlemen? Slaves. The 1790 census. Slaves. It indicates those that were free, white, and those that were slaves, white. So I'm telling you that so-called slave ship called the
and those that are free other. So like I don't understand like those that are free other. I mean it's other. It's on there.
Other would indicate
Right, so-
stallaways people as such.
It, bro.
Not
So
black.
can I get the big screen now real quick? Because there was a very
There
specific
were no
reason that I
blacks.
asked him why he was talking about the 1790 census. I was just waiting for this, right? I was waiting for him to say some old stupid shit, right? I was waiting for. I had like, yo, bro. Oh, you should have answered my question. You should have fucking ignored me. What's wrong with
Nah,
you?
he caught the bait. That's good. He caught the bait.
All right, so this is the actual. Shut up, right? This is the actual 1790 census. I'm gonna show y'all what he was reading, right? Let's go to it. He was reading the return of the whole number of persons within the several districts of the United States, which was 1793 is when this was published, and it just has a template of the table on the on the drum. But when you look at the actual census, let's go to the exact one. Best way to put it is, we just get Negro under our names or on the side of our names. We don't get a category for ourselves. 6 people go under one category, which is all other free persons, right? So you see Negro Ned, he don't have nothing for for free white males, nothing for free white males, nothing for free white females, but all other free persons, there's 6. That means Negro Ned is a head of a household who's a Negro, and there's 6 other people in his household. Let's go to Negro Mariah, right over here to the side. Negro Mariah, you have nothing there, but then you have all other free persons. You have two of them. So we didn't get our own category. They would just put Negro next to our name. So if I just put Control F in here with Negro, let's see how many times we get Negro to come up. You get free Negroes, and sometimes you just get a whole category of free Negroes with 5 people. You see that's right? Orson, free Negro, right in parentheses, right? We can do this through the whole goddamn 1790 census and show you that we're still there. Although we didn't have our own category, we're still right there, right? Let's just show you another state.
There is a lot of them.
Be quiet. Be quiet. Stop talking.
There is a lot of
Negroes.
Negroes.
It's a whole bunch of states we gotta go through. We
There
gotta
are
go through all the
thousands
states
of
and all
whites that are listed. Okay,
That
only
don't
2
matter.
or 3 Negroes.
Would that matter though? But would that matter? No,
Oh, it matters
bro.
a lot. If you said
All right,
that
so
there's
this is
supposed
where
to
we're
be
gonna be
slaves,
quiet. Let's just do some math real quick. I just need you to do. We just gonna do some math real quick, right? We gonna go back to where I just was because
there's
I don't
slaves.
think
There
he's
should
paying
be
attention.
thousands
Hold on, I don't
of
think
them.
he's paying attention. I don't think he's there. These are the free ones. Ding-a-ling.
Hey, you get 3,
What's
4,
wrong with you?
5.
He told
So-
you they're the free ones. You ain't listening.
So
free ones,
right?
but there are no slaves.
That's five for right there. That's 5.
Oh my
Let's
God.
go to the next one. 3.
Oh.
That's 8. Yeah. Let's go to the next one. How many they got? Hold on, y'all. Just 1. That's 9. What the other one at? Ned 6 again. Come on. So 9 plus 6, 15. For Negro Jim, 16 because there's only 1. Negro Dick, we got 6, so that's 22. And then we got Sam Negro with 2. Where we gonna go? Negro Harry, we got 4, that's 28. Do you want me to really sit here? We can go through the whole 1790 census and add it all up, and I bet you we find thousands of motherfuckers.
Bro, in one category
Like, stop
of white
talking.
tea,
You just saying dumb shit. You just saying
you
shit.
got.
You ain't even show us the actual 1790 census to
Wait,
see if it was
where?
actually Negroes in there. No. You went and read the return, the return of the whole number of persons within the several districts of the United States. You didn't even read that whole thing. You looked at the template and said, damn, there's no category for Negroes on here, so it must be no Negroes in there. And then you coming up here and saying dumb shit without ever going to check the census for your goddamn self.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me show you.
No, show us the census.
That came
Show us
off
the
that
census.
ship.
Show us the census itself.
The 1790 census. Okay,
Bro, that was incredible. I appreciate that, man. That was absolutely incredible. And here's what
that was actually stupid what he was saying.
I'm helping you out. I'm helping you out, brother.
White.
I'm muting you up because you don't have anything. You're just up here pretty much as a crash dummy, right? I mean, we're just demonstrating how stupid you guys are. So we got KLD. But here's what we can do. We can actually go through that later on, right? We can actually, everybody can pull it up. We can do some math, do a little word search, a little Microsoft Word, and we can just do a little Italian, right? Go to the big states and get a little baseline understanding on how many Negroes were actually in these documents, and then of course confirm those numbers. It might take a little while, but we can do it. Right, you got some patience. I'm cool with it. So your argument was that they weren't, and now that we're seeing in your very own document that it was. Also, every other bit of legislation is confirming it. The British laws are confirming it. Our ancestors are confirming it.
I'm showing you thousands of whites.
You can't show us any enslaved white people. You can't show us any enslaved white people.
Negroes.
But you can't show.
I'm showing you thousands.
I'm muting you up. You can't show us enslaved white people. Let me show you why. I'm muting you up. Help you out. Relax. Okay. There are no enslaved white people because white people are something called bound to service for a term. If you look at the Constitution, Article 1, Section 2, Clause 3. Everybody heard me? I'm gonna repeat it. Article 1, Section 2, Clause 3, YT people are mentioned as free persons of color, free people. YT people and those bound to service for a term, which was their indentured servants, were all counted in the free population. If you don't believe me, look at the primary sources, look at the Constitution and the laws of the time. I promise you, you'll see exactly what I'm saying. They're listed under free YT persons. The only people who were not listed by category and name were Negroes. And that's bet money that I'm lying, that I can't show it in 3 different ways. The free YT people were listed, whether they were indentured servants or not, they were still listed under free people.
Now, that is not true. That is not true at all.
That's bet money I'm lying.
First of all, some of those whites came over here as slaves. A lot of them came over here as slaves. Okay,
when were they free? When were they free? What is the white slaves emancipation date?
The white emancipation date.
Yeah.
That's a good one because
right.
No, I'm serious. That's a good one because what I'm about to say is going to infuriate you. That's why the Civil War was fought. We fought to free YT from the ultimate higher.
But meanwhile, I have their secession letters. But meanwhile, I have all of the secession letters
from
the states. So meanwhile, here's what we have. Because we're not operating from we're operating from primary. Put one on the screen now. So that's why I'm limiting. That's why I'm muting your mic. We're limiting the amount of time you can talk because this is all based on primary sources. We have all the secession letters from the states. The states that seceded from the Union, we have the reasons of declarations. It's called the reasons for secession. That's what the documents are called. They're all seceding from the Union to protect the institution of African slavery in our own words. And we can show every state saying it. So, I mean, you can say another thing. You can say they're lying about it, I guess, like you do everything else. But we can show it. We can show the laws that allowed us as African descendants to participate in the colored troops. There are African-specific laws. They say African on the law. You can pretend like it's not real. I mean, the whole thing is you're just a person. That's why we call y'all pretendians. You're going to pretend like every fact is not real. Like we can't show what we're saying. And just cover your ears and then close your eyes and then act like you don't understand that KP just walked you the fuck down. Like in a way that was very embarrassing. You should drop off the panel. You don't even get it. This is bad, bro.
Better one for him, though, since he want to act like it was no people on there real quick. I just want to show you this too, right? Because I don't think you've ever looked at any of the censuses, right? So I just wanted to show you the 1871 this time, right? Because this is the first time we were actually included in it by name. But if you didn't know, right, what the census does is each year they go over the previous years, all the previous years. Right, so even though we weren't included by name, we showed you how we were included and how they were still able to enumerate us. So later on, when they would do the censuses and they would show how many people were in the country, they still had a way to qualify or quantify how many of us were here, right? So even on the 1870 census, it shows us how many free coloreds, even though those free colored people, even though they weren't classified directly by name, it still shows us exactly how many they were. Okay. They went through every single person who had Negro next to their name, right? Because that meant that was a free colored person. And then they checked how many people was in their household, right? So it's the head of household and then all other people in that household. And then they added all of those people up throughout the entire country. And that's how they got this number. And even though we weren't being enumerated by name in the 1800s, they still were able to do it again. And they still were able to do it in 1810, right? Let me show you something. They even were able to enumerate how many slaves. Do you know how? Because that category, that thing that you showed, that template you showed, the last category was slaves. So let's say the household was John, whatever, right? A YT man. It would show him. And then every other, the free YT people, males, the free YT males under 16, free YT females, all of that. And then it would show you how many slaves were in the household. So they added up after looking at everybody's name and how many slaves that those head of households had in their house. And they added it up. So we know that there were 697,681 slaves in 7. Secondly, you brought up the census. Fuck a hearsay. We are using the sources. You are required. No, at this point, you are required to honor these sources. And the reason that you are required to honor these sources, you mentioned it. You brought it up. You wanted to talk about the census numbers and talk about, you wanted to talk about the census numbers and who was on the census and who wasn't and who was counted and this, that, and the third. So that means you honor the census says. So we're showing you what the census says. So you're required to honor this, and you need to move on to another point because this is not helping you.
That they were slaves.
All right. Another thing you can do, KP. Another thing you can do. I'm out the house now. If you have access to your computer, the 1850 U.S. Census that you always show, it's another section underneath there called slaves. They specify who those groups are.
Oh yeah.
Specify that those people are. So it's another way to show it, and it's going to break down the numbers. That population is identified as African, identified as Negro. They're under the colored race. They're all under the African umbrella. It says it on the document. We can look at it. Obviously, they're called Negroes. Most of the people on your side concede on this point. They just don't think that Negro.
on that document
let me
does
give
it
you,
say
let me give
they're
you an example,
slaves?
brother. The slave schedules. I need you to hear me. The slaves under slave schedules, you can't be YT. So let everybody hear me out. In 1850 and 1860, they actually enumerate us, right? Slave under slave schedules, both free and enslaved. But this enslaved category, you have to either be black, which is a B, and you have to be mulatto, which is an M. You cannot be a slave and be white, because there's no, you can't put a W under slave. And once again, all you have to do is go to you pulled up a template, go to the slave schedules, 2, and it's all about slaves.
In 1790,
and it's only,
in 1790.
so brother, I need you to read up. Read up. So under those 2 categories, this is not really for you to so everybody else can learn. Okay? Under those 2 categories of colored, you have one that is black. So in terms of your slave column, your slaves can only be B or M. You can't have a slave that's a W. There's no category for W under slave in 1850 and 1860. And everybody can fact check me in real time. So he's trying to obscure the 1790 census, but we have clarity in 1850.
You guys are reading this completely wrong.
No,
All right, hold
Okay.
on. Since we reading
These
it
are
wrong,
categories.
hold on, real quick. Since we reading it wrong, I just want to do this. Since we reading it wrong, we're gonna read it
Yeah,
with you. I'm
these
gonna
are
ask you yes or no
categories.
questions. All right, wait, real quick. Since I'm reading it wrong, I'm gonna read it with
Yeah.
you, and I'm gonna ask you yes or no questions, so we can get this understanding. Okay?
Okay, go ahead.
Yes or no. Please only give me yes or no.
All right.
Are we looking at all of this? Are we looking at all of the districts and states in the United States for the 1790 census? Yes or no?
Okay. Let's see. From Vermont all the way down to Georgia. Yeah.
Yep.
From what I understand, in 1790.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So.
1790.
Okay. So under this category where it says free white males of 16 years and upward, including heads of families, 807,094 people. Are all of those people free white males of 16 years and upward, including heads of families? Yes or no?
Let's see. Yeah, that's what it says. It says free white males of 16 years and up.
And we're gonna read the rest. We're gonna read the rest too. Trust me.
Yeah.
So you already agreed that 807,094 of the people in the United States in 1790 are free white males. So 807,094 of them are already white. So now, where it says free white males under 16 years, where it says 791,850, yes or no, are all of those white people?
Yes.
They're listed as white people.
Okay, cool. Wait.
Now,
All right, so, no. I just need yes or no.
To say every
else you
last
gotta
one
say,
of them
brother.
is white.
All I need
don't
is yes
know.
or no.
The majority is
Yes.
white.
Yes was good.
15
Thank
and
you.
under.
Okay, yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
Just a yes or no, brother.
Yes or no,
I
that's
can't
it.
do this.
Right?
Yes,
So now
go
we're going to
ahead.
move to the next category. Free white males including heads of families. 1,541,000.
Free white females. Free white females.
Oh yeah, free white
Women.
females.
Women.
263, right? Will we agree that 1,541,263 people in the United States in 1790 are white again because they're free white females?
Yes.
Okay, so now the next, all other free persons, where it says 59,150, would we agree that all of those people would be some type of people of color?
Some type of people of color? No.
People of color or other.
I'm only talking about this all other free persons one.
Okay, yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
Okay, so some of these free people are white, some of these free people are people of color. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that's a possibility.
Okay, so now we've agreed 807,094 of the people are white. 791,850 of the people are white. 1,541,263 of the people are white. 59,150 of the people, some of them are white, some of them are not. So we'll just take some of that 59,000 off. Move to the next category, slaves, 694,280. The reason we brought all of this up, you were under the opinion and continue to say that all of these slaves were white. So I'm going to ask you now, yes or no, are all of the slaves in this category, the 694,280 slaves in the United States in 1790, are they white? Yes or no?
They are white.
Okay, so now by your logic, I need you to understand this. By your logic, there is only 3 point. Hold on, let me pull my other phone out and we're gonna do the whole math real quick. All right, we're gonna pull my other phone out. You can pull your phone out and do it with me, right? 3, 8, 9, 3, 6, 3, 5. Right? There's 3,893,635 people. 694,280 are white. So we're going to remove 694,280. Right? We're going to skip this one for now. We're going to skip all other free persons and do that last. 1,541,263 are white. So we're going to take away 1,541,263. 791,850 are white, so we're going to remove that as well. 807,000. Oh shit, my bad, y'all. I just fucked my number up. All right, I got it back. Minus 807,094. We're going to remove because those are white people as well. So now we only have 59,150. Oh yeah, right there. But you said some of those are white people. But I'm not even going to take too many off of that. I'm only going to take away 9,000 of those people. Right? So if we take away 9,000 of that, that means we have 50,150. So that means 50,150 people are the only black people because all of them are white. All of them are white. All of them are white. All of them are white, and some of them are white. This is the number of the total population. So if we take away all of them from that population because they're white.
KP, real quick, if you do KP, if you do this real quick, if you actually take that number you got and then multiply it, like, so if you what the number is like 3.9 million. If you multiply that 3.9 million, right, and then you times about, was it 59,000? So times 0.5.
Oh yeah.
9. You'll get the percentage.
Hold on. Three, 8, 9, 364. And we have 59,150. 1.5%.
It's 1.5% of your population, bro.
So that means literally
that's what everybody else is.
Based on we just did the numbers with you, bro. So you know we're not reading nothing wrong. You just agreed to it. 1.5% of the population is the only colored, black, whatever you want to say. They're the only people that's non-white in this entire country based on what you just said.
Okay. What you don't understand is that there were millions of us here. These people came over here. Okay? These are the numbers for these people coming over to a land of millions.
Yeah, what time period?
0.5%.
When these white came over here, we were in the millions. Okay?
Cool. So we are perfect. Where can we get your numbers at? That's all we ask. I'm not tricking you. Where are the millions of black people at? They're not within the United States. We know that. So that west of the United States, do they have treaties? Where are we at?
We're everywhere. The United States
you don't know OHF, he's slow.
We're everywhere. Look at us now. We're everywhere.
These guys are aged.
Okay, so brother, listen, we're not enslaved.
What makes you give white people so much power? Oh my God, these white people were.
But that's what you're doing.
You made them 90.
These white people were fleeing oppression. We welcomed them.
Yeah,
you just made them 99% of the population. So we're trying to figure out what happened to the black people now. I'm not doing nothing crazy. He did the math in front of you. You're looking at the same thing we looking at.
This
you
math
said it.
We're only pertaining to them. It's not pertaining to our population.
So
but you're
everybody
not
in
Where
the U.S. is
then?
being enumerated.
This sense.
So we are not on a U.S. census, brother. According to your primary source, the source. Everybody in this last live too. This whole live, you kept saying 1790 census. Now we're playing here 1790 census game. We got the numbers. It's 1.5% of us. They are the slaves. They're the free people. They're everybody.
But I just
They're
asked
everybody.
him.
And now we're trying to find out where we're at.
I
And
just
you said
asked him that.
we're
What,
millions.
how you letting them beat y'all out y'all shit? Like these people done
This,
beat y'all.
this census was not taken by us. It was taken by them.
So now,
Do you
now the census
understand
is
that?
off. So
You're not
all of a
listening
sudden
to
now it's a
yourself.
false document.
You guys are
Oh my
agents.
It's a
God.
false document now.
Agent of chaos.
So you sent this to a false document.
So, okay.
Yes. You sent this to you're a liar. You sent me to a fraudulent document.
How
That's the problem.
do
And
you
the